I feel especially privileged to serve as Minister of Information and National Orientation for a number of reasons. Number one, because I personally have passion for this industry. And this is the industry that has done so much for me as a person. And so when the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu nominated me as minister, I was praying inside me that I don't go to the commercial ministry. But I ended up here. Somebody told me only yesterday that I don't envy your job. This is the worst job to have. But I say it's the best job to actually have. You have the opportunity to interact with those who hold you accountable. And that is precisely one of the reasons why we are here today. And many of you who are in the industry know that Nigeria is facing a very challenging time now. And that's the truth. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took office only 14 months ago. But it's been a very eventful 14 months. And because of the kind of person that he is, the courage to try things that people shy away from. Two major policies. One, the removal of fuel subsidy, which happened on day one of his administration. And then a few months after, the unification of our foreign exchange. These two policies have extremely huge bearing on the trajectory of Nigeria's economy and its well-being. We know that all the major contenders to the office of the president before May 29th of 2023 had told Nigerians that they were going to, in fact, remove fuel subsidy, the major points. All of them, all the major contenders. And so when I hear criticism about why the president had to do this, my question is, were they not sincere at the beginning when they said they were going to do that? Or what has changed? Or would they have taken office and reneged on this big promise that they had made to Nigerians? The removal of fuel subsidy is really a big one, and the president knew that it was going to be something that was going to be very beneficial to this country in the short term and in the long run. By May 29 of 2023, when he took office, there was no provision in our budget for the fuel subsidy itself to continue. No provision at all. And because he removed it, there was no need for budgeting for it. At that time, Nigeria was importing for domestic consumption supposedly about 2 billion liters of PMS. 2 billion, roughly. And by the time that fuel subsidy was removed, our domestic consumption came down by about 50%. And so that immediately was a signal, a pointer to something. It meant that either people are now more disciplined, that they were not using their cars as they should, or this import was going elsewhere. And I think studies showed that the import was actually going elsewhere.
Tinubu came, he announced two major reforms at the same time. At Arise, we believe and agree that subsidy must be removed. We believe and agree that there should be a market-driven exchange rate, but not at the same time. The strategic error was remove the subsidy and exchange at the same time. You needed a stable exchange rate to modulate the subsidy, because the subsidy responds to market prices. So had you even sequenced it, Had you now told all this IMF and co, who say they support your reform, we've removed subsidy, we've cut waste. Now we need the ammunition to have exchange rate management.